I lost my hearing after the accident. Silence swallowed my world whole, and the doctor said it would never return. A sentence of permanent stillness. For a month, I lived in that void. I watched lips move, watched expressions shift, but the world sound was gone. I adjusted, or at least I pretended to. Then, one morning, it came back, sudden, violent. The rush of sound flooded my skull like a dam breaking. I should have been grateful. I should have fallen to my knees in relief. But the first thing I heard wasn't birdsong, not laughter, not even my own name. It was her voice. Soft, hushed, coated in sweetness she'd never given me. "My love," she whispered into the phone. Not to me, to another man. I froze, breath tight, heart hammering, and I didn't tell her I could hear again. At first, I wanted to believe it was a mistake, that she was talking to a cousin, a friend, someone she teased in jest. But no, the tone was different, private, a kind of devotion I hadn't felt in years. Every night, I let her think I was deaf to the world. I watched her grow careless, her phone lighting up at midnight, her fingers typing fast under the blanket, her smile, the one I used to think was mine, belonging to someone else. Infidelity has a taste, bitter, metallic. It coated my mouth every time she leaned down to kiss my cheek, as though rehearsing normalcy. But I said nothing. I learned to live in silence again, this time by choice. A silence where every detail sharpened, every gesture magnified. Her betrayal wasn't just an affair, it was theater. She pitted me, a husband broken by silence, while feeding another man her voice. I began cataloging everything. Phone records, locations, conversations half muttered when she thought I couldn't hear. I memorized the names she whispered, the places she promised to mate. I followed her once, my steps quiet, invisible, as they always had been during years of covert training. She thought she was careful. She wasn't. I watched her slip into a hotel lobby like a shadow. I stood across the street and felt nothing but a cold certainty crawl through me. At home, she laughed at my deaf mistakes, mocking gently when I misread her lips on purpose. She thought I was harmless, safe, but my silence was a blade, and each day I pressed it deeper, waiting for the moment she would realize she had bled herself dry. The evidence grew into a mountain. Photos, hotel receipts, text logs. Her voice recorded when she thought I was deaf to the world. When the moment came, I didn't storm. I didn't shout. I set the folder on the table, my hands steady. She frowned, confused, until she saw her own handwriting, her own face in those photos. Her lips trembled. You can hear?" I nodded once. No words wasted. Her world crumbled instantly. Tears spilled. Excuses stuttered. She reached across the table as though the gesture could rewrite months of betrayal. But I only watched. My silence screamed louder than her sobs. She begged, she promised, she swore it was meaningless, that she loved me still. Lies, stacked on lies, tumbling out in desperation. I didn't argue, I didn't rage. I let her choke on her own words. Then I slid the divorce papers across the table. Already filled, already signed. Her breath caught. You planned this?" "From the moment I heard you," I said, my voice calm, almost detached. I leaned closer so she could feel the truth in my tone. Silence taught me one thing. Words reveal everything, and yours destroyed you. She collapsed into the chair, sobbing, realizing the man she had deceived was 3 steps ahead from the beginning. I left her there, broken, begging, clutching papers that severed her illusions. There was no victory, no satisfaction, only clarity. Betrayal doesn't end with shouting. It ends with distance, with silence so absolute that no apology can break it. She thought my deafness made me weak. In truth, it made me watchful, patient, unforgiving. As I closed the door behind me, I realized I wasn't stepping into silence again. I was stepping into freedom, and I never looked back.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.